All right, bit of a blockbuster trade here. Marshon Lattimore, formerly of the New Orleans Saints, now of the Washington Commanders. He has been traded. The compensation is the Commanders are going to give up a third, a fourth, and a sixth round pick. Although the Saints get although the Commanders get a fifth round pick back. So you can almost argue it's like a fifth for a sixth, and then Washington gives up a third and fourth. So a couple picks, not the highest value pick. I do wonder if New Orleans kind of just wanted more picks. One issue that's happened with them in the past few years is they've had, not a ton of draft picks, right? Like, I'm not even saying they've had not a ton of draft picks hit, although that's also something that's been true. But they have had a lot of just a low number of picks. So getting, 3 picks and then giving one back, I think is a smart move to try and instead of just get one valuable pick, get a couple of still relatively valuable picks. We'll see exactly how the money situation works for the Commanders, because you have to assume as well, a big part of this from the Saints is they're trying to help clear up some cap space. Because as heading into this, going into today, his current cap hit was $14 million, but he was still owed $46 million. So his cap hit for next year, scheduled to be $31 million, and then the following year, $28 million. We'll see how much of that the Saints are paying and how much of that the Commanders are going to pay, because that's always a question. But you have to assume the Commanders will pay a chunk of that. And given the fact that you can, clear up some cap space, we talk about the Saints consistently, kicking the can down the road. They decide this time not to do that and instead to maybe, make a move like this, which, I totally understand it. So what does this mean for the Saints? Listen, you just lost to the Panthers. They fired their head coach. Like, it is what it is. They're in a tough spot. They're rebuilding. It makes sense. From the Commanders' perspective, what does this bring to the table? First, how good is Lattimore, right? That's always a question when a player gets traded. Usually you're not getting traded in the prime of your career. He's still a very effective player. PFF has him ranked as the 32nd highest graded corner out of 110 eligible. So maybe not being like the elite number one shutdown guy, but also in a tough situation in New Orleans, this can help things out. Has played, I would say, well this season. So it's not like you're getting someone who just stinks. And here's kind of a crazy stat. The guy's 28 years old. He feels like he should be like 33 or something. No, he's still just 28 years old. So you're getting a relatively young player. He entered the league young. So this is his 8th year, but just 28. So that helps things as well, as you're not. This isn't a one-year rental. He has several years left on his deal. You're getting a player who should be good for several years. This is a move not just for this year, but for the future. You have a couple other. The thing about it is Mike Sandstro, I think, has come in and done some nice things. This gives him easier matchups, right? Like the cornerback room for the Commanders has been rough this year. Getting a star player only helps with that. So it's hard to look at this as anything but a massive win. And for the Saints, I'm sure Saints fans are disappointed, but you kind of got to understand it. And again, you do get 2 draft picks back. And given the fact that he's already getting paid, that's not a horrible move. So yeah, I'm going to say good trade by both sides. That's what I think about all this. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Always love hearing from you. And of course, as always, thanks for watching.